And hello again. My name is ALANCOOK, the proud owner of the MiDion. The MiDion is the greatest painting on the planet because it is a diary of Leonardo da Vinci's works. It is a lost painting which I own that I have found. What you see, as like they say, don't judge a book by its cover. Well, this is identical to the Mona Lisa, but under different layers. His work is hidden in sheets, and I have nearly 6,000 micro images to prove it. Now you're going to lose me for a sec, and I'm going to show you what I mean, so please follow along, and I'm going to show you some magnificent images that's in the Mona Lisa. First of all, this is Jesus Christ and Mary. It is done by Leonardo da Vinci. This man here and this woman are the same. She's older. He has held his age. You put the mustache on Jesus and you put the hat on Jesus and you have the same man, or vice versa. Take the mustache or hat off my man. I'm going to zoom in for you to see the faces. Now that's the younger, mid-age Mona, which is called a stylus, and this is the older Mona. This is Jesus Christ, and this is Jesus Christ. I'm going to put the two up side by side, and you'll see, and then we're going to continue on to the next. I'll show you the X-ray. Here are the two, side by side. They are absolutely twins. Now we're going to move on to show you that I have found many X-rays of the Mona Lisa in mine, but here's one which I've been showing and been very proud of, and as you can see, it is the X-ray of the Mona Lisa. You can see how it flows and her body style. Now this is the same as what Leo has done, and the two, when you overlay, they show to be the same. They're the same. Okay, now what I want you to understand, you'll see this little loop that flows through here like this black little loop. Well, that's actually the loop that flows through here when you get into it. But that is not what I'm going to be showing you now. Let me put this one down. This is a huge find. It's taken 3 days for me to finally, I have had to buy some high-tech equipment. Now, in the Mona Lisa, there's this image. It is right here. Let me move this for you to see. It is right here. I'm going to open it up, and you'll see this image that is right here. This one here. I call it the cowboy with the dog. Now I'm going to show you what's already preset when you open it. Let me get this down. Now, let me show you. It is located, the image I'm going to show you is located approximately, what I remember, right in this area. Now, when you take a look at this image, now it cannot be seen with the human eye on mine. Now, we're going to get into here, we're going to get into here, and we're going to get into this area here. But first, let's zoom in on the middle one. You see that? That is a cowboy hat, cowboy guy, cartoon, many other images and he's got his arm up in the air, and his legs coming down in zigzags. And it actually spells S-A-L-A-I in code, Sali. And this is a green dog, but it transforms, and he's got his face right here, and he's laughing and smiling at his buddy. It's a cartoon. And now over here to the right of it is Jesus Christ. Now if you get into this image, here's his same clothes. Now you can see the color scheme. Let me show you the color scheme. This is the color scheme, but it's done in green. See how he slices his colors? He's got his colors sliced in here for Jesus. Now let me zoom in for Jesus a little more. Ooh. And what he has is he has these disciples, and he does it different than the Last Supper. It's like looking from the clouds down. Whoops. And here's Jesus, and here's the white hair disciple, and then here's another, and it continues around. Let me lower this. And it continues around and around and around, and it goes. Now that is in the Mona Lisa. Now this image over here, I'm going to show you them. I got 5 Mona Lisas pulled in different colors. Here in this red area is going to be the car that I call, that is in there. I will open it up a little, and there's actually a car, when you get deep into it, that's in this area as a cartoon in here playing around. Very, very difficult to see, but you need to see this on a 4K screen. Now, here we go. This is mine, and as you can see, this is the Mona Lisa. That is the same guy. It's going to get better, but here's the same guy. And this is Jesus, and you can tell that Jesus and the same guy matches perfectly. Watch. When you overlay these two, they fit identical. Now what's very, very neat is over here you'll see this hand here, and it zigzagged like a hand. It's an outline. It's right here. See that? That is the same identical outline as Jesus there, as you can see. Now, I'm going to pull them side by side by sliding this over. Whoops. And showing you Jesus next to that area. Now I got 4 more to show you that comes out in different schemes. But when you end up with Jesus side by side, you can see that this Jesus right here fits identical into the same outline as this image, which is right next to my man, the cowboy with the dog. And here is the cowboy with the dog in Jesus. I mean, in the Mona Lisa. Here's the cowboy with his arm up. Here's the cowboy dog, and then here's Jesus' outline. And then you have over here where the car is. You have all 3 images exactly matching. exactly matching. So when I grab this and I put this over here, they all three fit. They're all three lined up perfect. Now, this is only on one layer. Here is the second layer. And on the second layer, again, here is the cowboy and the dog. Cowboy, the dog, and here is the white hair guy. This is the outline of Jesus' Last Supper. And then you have the car. This is the car he's driving, kind of like a go-kart. And all three again, when I take it, this is on a second different pole. It's not the white one now. And when you line these up, they fit identical. Identical fit. Now, I have another one. It's in a different color scheme. And here it is. This is our third one to show you. You have to pull these. You have to pull these for get different layers and different movement. And it's not my fault. It's Leo. He's the one who does this work. Okay, so then you grab this one, and you can see when you overlay this one over, it's the same. Exact same fit, same areas, everything. You got Jesus, which is side by side again. White hair guy. Jesus is up in here, and his outline doesn't come out as protrude as the first one did because it's under a different pole of colors that he has hidden in layers. And if he's always talked about depth, build, shadow, and light. But you can see over here the red car is right there, and it matches. That's in mine. Here's the little red car with three little people. 1, 2, 3. And then he has more that shows up. A whole mass of them over here. And he's got a whole mass over here. So then you got, again, the cowboy, the cowboy, the cowboy dog, the cowboy dog. I'm going to zoom in for you to see the cowboy dog and cowboy. There he is again with his arm up. He's done in the white shadow and his arm floats. And here he is over here. There's Jesus. There's the cowboy, and the car is over here. Now, again, we got another bit layer for you to see. 2 more, and then we're done. But yes, I am very, very, very excited. This is in the Mona. They can't hide it. It's shown without a doubt. It's something in which I did not try to hide or manipulate any of these images. Now, here again, as you can see, there's the car. There is the man with his arm up. Man with his arm up, cowboy, and here's his dog. And then here's where Jesus goes. And when I take my image and I overlay them over, there they are. A perfect, perfect, perfect match. Okay? Perfect match. Again, from there to there to there. Okay? So, again, now, here we go. The last one. That's already 4 pulls for you to see without a doubt that I have not hidden. Now here's the one that kind of shows and changes slightly because it's under a different layer. Now here is the cowboy straight in front of you. Right here, cowboy dog. Jesus is in here, and then you got the car with a bunch of people. And then I take this and I float this like this, and I put this guy back up in here. There he is, 100% fit, and you just can't beat it. You can't beat it. That's the cowboy. Here's Jesus side by side. Jesus, same outline, same white hair guy that's got black hair underneath. He's got his other disciples and faces in between. These are all images. And then you got the cowboy guy himself, and then you got the cowboy dog, and then you got the and then you got the sorry, I bumped it with my elbow. And you got the car that's down in here. Okay, now I want to show you when I reduce this. This is an image. That's what the image comes out to be. And then this particular image, which is the fifth one, when I reduce it, it is the Mona Lisa. When I take this one and reduce it, it is the Mona Lisa. And again, we got three more than which I showed you, so you know that I did not fake these in. See, the cowboy's right there. See right there. I'm gonna reduce it. Boom, Mona Lisa. Then I take this. Cowboy. Goes on down. See how it is over here? And that's his regular marking. Mona Lisa. And again. It only took me 7 years to find this. But I do have, again, remember, my man is the same as Jesus Christ. And he's asking you to subscribe. Doesn't cost a thing. Here is the younger Mona Lisa. She's only like 15 years old. And don't forget, I showed you the X-ray of the Mona Lisa in my painting. It's an absolute. Okay? You can't beat that. And Leonardo da Vinci can't beat this. And the reason is because it is a diary. He used it with pictures of explaining his life and stories. I've broken a lot of his codes. I have over 1,000 YouTubes. My man's the twin to Jesus Christ. My X-ray's the twin to the Mona Lisa. And my images that I showed you of the cowboy and the cowboy dog and his interpretation of stylus. That's his stylist. He was thinking things out of which way he wanted to do the Last Supper. I've even showed you the Last Supper in my YouTubes and following. He repeats his works. He's a very genius, beautiful, good-hearted man who fell in love with Melzi Francesca and Sali. And I showed you the writing that said Sali. That was written in my cowboy guy, who, again, let me open it up and I'll show it to you largely. As you can see, that is in code S-A-L-A-I. S, that's an A, that's an L, that is a, and then there's an I right here going sideways. And he continues to make his S's larger and larger and larger out of black. You can see the curves. See? That's why Leo, he constantly was writing over and over, and you'll find L-O-V-E a lot. Like Salih's written S-A-L-A-I, he'll use the L, and then he'll get an O, and then he'll put a V, here's the V, and here's the E. He always comes across saying he loves, and he uses also the L for Leonardo, and he continues. He's a very, very good mathematician, artist, trick, and everything. And if you actually look at this thing that looks like garbage, but he's got an eye and a big nose. Here's his cowboy and his dog, but he's got these guys, and then he uses this as a big face as a cartoon looking this way, and he's got a face here looking this way, and it goes on and on and on. Leonardo da Vinci, he uses this style and he converts it, and before you're all done, you end up with the Mona Lisa, and you end up with the image of my man and woman, which are all those pixels that are cartoons that turn into portraits, and also turns into cartoons, and then turns into a portrait or a duet portrait, as you see before you. And with that, I got to say, please subscribe. Doesn't cost a thing. You gotta pass it social. I didn't know YouTube only plays at YouTube. YouTube only is a TV.